We're back.
That's right.
All right, how's it going, man? How are you? How are you, man?
I'm doing so good.
Oh, man, it's been a while, though. Been a while. You thought we were gone, but you thought we were going to quit like last time, but guess what?
No.
We're back.
We are back.
It's supposed to be a weekly thing, but has it been 2 weeks? Yes.
About 2 weeks.
Does it matter? Not that much.
Have we talked for an extensive period of time since our last podcast?
Yes.
No.
I mean, no, right?
When did we talk?
That didn't actually happen. No. Maybe we'll make a Patreon and maybe we should make it like a Patreon and then if they're members, they can see the 7.5 minutes that we've already recorded.
It took us a long time to set this up. Anyway, what I was trying to get at is we haven't talked in a while. I don't know why you said yes.
Oh, I thought you meant before the podcast started.
Oh, no, I meant within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, no, we did that on purpose because, I call you almost every day and to tell you all the crazy shit that happened today. And then we get on Warzone or whatever and we play and get dubs, but that's besides the point. But yeah, we're back. Okay, let me tell you what happened at work yesterday. Okay, so I'm not gonna say where I work. I feel like I shouldn't say where I work, because I don't want to get anyone canceled because obviously this is gonna blow up.
Pretty famous.
But I was at work yesterday and I was working with this guy Opu. And
what?
His name is Opu.
Oh.
Kind of like Achu, but spelled way different if you're dyslexic or something, or just don't know how to spell. But anyways, he's this big, tall, black guy. All right, he's really cool. And we were on a position. Doesn't matter where I work. Besides the point. But we were it was in the middle of the afternoon. We were talking, and for some reason he was "Yeah, I'm like a cat" or something like that. And I forget what the conversation was about. And I was we were just talking, and then this old white lady that we work with, so racist that she doesn't even know that she's racist. She was she interjected into our conversation, and she was "You're not a cat. You're like the Black Panther."
No.
And I was literally
that's gotta be racist.
Do I clock out right now then? Does that I just clock out now, right? I can just leave, right? Because that shouldn't have ever happened.
Because this isn't a real conversation that we're having.
Some old people are just so racist that they don't know that they are.
Yeah, they just say blatant just racist things out of the blue, and they're what?
And she thought
what?
That we'd have been yeah, you're right.
She thought she was doing a joke.
Yeah, and she thought she was gonna fit in with us, and we were just I literally just walked away. Opu just it didn't even faze him. He's hey, yeah. He must be a really good actor because
Hopefully it went over his head how racist that could have been.
Maybe he just gets it all the time. But that's so bad if he gets that all the time. Yeah, people call me Black Panther all the time.
No, don't even worry about it.
These white people.
White people, white people, white people.
These crazy white people, man. Probably what he was saying.
Probably in his head.
But yeah, what else has happened since I saw you last? Well, I got married. So
really?
That's
news. I'm glad I was invited to it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one.
When was it?
Yes, it was 2 days ago.
Do I know the other
I love her, so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Well, she's a guy, so.
That's an office.
Yeah, that's an office thing. No, but I am actually am single, guys.
Isn't that? Is that from The Office? Well, she's a guy, so. What is that from?
Something. I don't know. I definitely pulled that from something. I feel I just watched way too many movies and shows.
Yeah.
And I just
forget what.
I subconsciously steal jokes from everything, Yeah. I'm like a sponge, I'm like a comedy sponge, really. So, what I'm trying to say is I'm a pretty humble guy. But
did you watch SpongeBob when you were little?
Yeah.
What was the for? Did you kind of?
Well, I mean, I feel everyone watched SpongeBob when they were a kid.
No.
Did you?
Yes, I watched every episode.
I feel all the normal kids, because there's some people who are weird, They're my parents didn't let me watch SpongeBob.
That's what I was getting at.
When people tell me that, I'm why?
Isaac, Cade, and Gloria.
What was so wrong?
3 out of the 4 of the closest people that aren't my family to me haven't watched SpongeBob, and I can't relate to them. And when I say things from it. I've said so many to Cade that where he can understand it now, but it's just it hurts kind of my soul when I say something and no one gets it.
Are you kind of in the back of your mind you're a little bit weird or no?
100%.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say
you're definitely in the minority if you don't
Yeah.
If you haven't watched.
Because I remember being like in 4th grade.
SpongeBob.
And like, I guess I was talking about SpongeBob, I don't know. But like, I'd like talk to some kid and she's like, I never seen that. I'm like, huh?
What do you mean?
I didn't even like comprehend. I didn't even comprehend it. I was like, what are you even talking? How did those words formulate a sentence like that? Didn't even like
TV?
They didn't even compute with me.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it's my parents say it's too inappropriate. I'm like,
inappropriate.
That show with the sponge and the
star and the squid.
Are we talking about the right thing? It's the same thing here. Like what?
You know that show, right? Bikini Bottom.
The Bikini Bottom.
It actually is kind of the names.
No, there is though.
Sandy Cheeks.
I watched like a few YouTube videos and like they point out like all the inappropriate things in it.
Yeah, where that just.
But it's so subtle.
I know.
It's like went over the adults. Like only the adults get it.
Right.
Like the kids are just like.
No, it went over my head until I was like probably 15.
Yeah, then you watch like some compilation on YouTube and it's like, whoa, this. And like when they made the dolphin sounds, that's like, I didn't even know as a kid that was them swearing.
You didn't?
No.
I think I get.
I was like, they made a dolphin sound. I don't know what this show is, but it's crazy.
This is weird, man.
This is weird. I like this show.
And there's like, I've watched a couple of those videos, and there's like parts where like Patrick says some stuff, kind of like hinting at like doing drugs and stuff like that, where it's just like would go over every kid's head, but like a parent watching would be like,
come on, I know what's going on.
I know what you're hinting at there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the names of stuff, the Krusty Krab, like.
Dude, I know you saw this. I know you saw this, but the other day, my mom texted me and she goes, "You're famous," and she sends me like some Facebook picture, like some Facebook post, but I couldn't see it. I was like, what is this? What's on Facebook? What did you post about me? Like, cause like, you ever go on Facebook and like, your mom has like the worst pictures of you on possibly you could imagine, and she's like, "My cute little boy," and I'm like, I look like I look like a troll. I look like an ogre. Like, I look weird. I look like an idiot in general. Just like I look stupid.
Like that video of you and Noah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So my mom apparently. So like when I was like 12 or 13. No, I was probably older than that because I was in Stewartville. So I was probably like. That was probably like 14, 15.
You were 14 in that video?
Probably.
Yikes.
But I was literally... It's literally one of those like
the dance floor, like Just Dance.
They had like this like... It was like Just Dance, but they had like this whole like gaming like thing set up. It was like a big like gaming system that they bring to fairs or something.
And you can...
And it was like basically Just Dance like on the Wii, but like it was like a whole setup they had.
Yeah.
And they took I didn't even know, they took a video of me and Noah doing this. They took a video of us and literally, first of all, I'm bald. Like literally like almost completely shaven bald. I don't know why we did this.
Never had cancer. Not even once.
I just thought one summer it'd be cool to like go bald or something. And so did Noah. But like that was just not a good look because I have a large head, you know?
Noah is his brother, by the way.
Yeah, but I have a normally large head, and so it just looked bad. And I also have like a bunch of like moles on the back of my head, so it looks like really really bad. But I didn't know that until I like went bald. I didn't know I had a bunch of moles back there.
Right.
So and then like I remember Noah one time he was like, when I shaved my head, Noah always like he would always like really make me feel like insecure and like just for fun.
Yeah.
He's like
just to push your buttons.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, you have so many moles." And I'm like, "Okay, count them." He goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, you have like 10 back here. And I was like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Yep, you do." So the video. So it was literally me, and I was like fat, back in my fat years. So I was fat, bald, wearing a Batman shirt.
It was probably June too.
It probably it was in July.
Which isn't far off from June.
Yeah. Whew. But anyways, we were dancing. So first of all, okay, so recap: bald, moles on my head, Batman shirt, fat, and I was dancing really bad
in public.
In public. So like that, it was just not a good video, and it was on Facebook. The people who like ran the machine posted it on their Facebook page.
Really?
Yeah,
and your mom just reposted it, or what?
No, she didn't repost it because I think she knows like that I would not appreciate that. Because sometimes when she posts stuff, I'm like, "Mom, take it down, take it down, just take it down." But
how did you get the video then?
She saw it on Facebook. I don't know how she found
and
that.
saved it or something.
Yeah, I guess. But A lot of people saw it, but it had like 4 likes. And me and my mom and my brother were all people who liked it.
3 of the 4.
Yeah, and I'm sure the other like was probably the people who posted it.
Yeah,
so.
true.
It was not like a very well received video, but I mean, it is what it is. I was pretty good at Just Dance, so I didn't give a shit. But it is what it is. What can you do?
About that. I had talking about the moles thing. I had a mole on my back. You can see there's a hole in my back. This is awkward for the camera, but do you see the hole?
Oh my god, it's fucking huge.
No, it's not. Anyway,
but that's what Noah would do to me though when I was a kid.
Did you see it though?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so there used to be a mole back there, and it was one that was that would stick out, it stuck out of where it wasn't just a spot on my back. It came out a little bit, and I remember swinging at a park with Ethan, which is one of our friends, by our houses, and I had my shirt. I was young. I had my shirt off for some reason, and he was like, "What is that on your back?" And I was like, "This is This is similar to how Noah made you feel." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You have a mole back here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I never noticed it before." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "Man, this is bad."
Just making you stress for no
reason.
reason.
And I just was super self-conscious. I wouldn't even want to take my shirt off sometimes just because people could see my mole.
It's not even a big mole at all, though.
That Ethan planted in my head, so thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, thanks, Ethan.
Jerk. And then I got it removed because I was so self-conscious about it, which I'm glad I did, honestly. But now I have a hole in my back. And not kidding, I told someone, one of my friends, I can't remember who, that that I got shot.
Really?
By a BB gun or something, and I think they still believe it.
Really? So you're a liar?
No, I'm a liar.
Oh, okay.
I lie all the time.
Fun with it,
Yeah.
Lying is fun sometimes, You can have fun with it.
And we went to the hospital or whatever. I think that's where I got it removed. And it was I had to get sent in to see if it was cancerous or not, because some moles are cancerous. And it wasn't. So I made my parents spend money getting a mole removed that was just an eyesore. I
got a mole removed on my shoulder 3 years ago because I thought it was honestly probably did have cancer, because it was it stopped looking like a mole and it looked more like a blob of shape. It looked very dangerous.
Oh, really?
Its shape was very irregular, and I had to get it removed. And
were you awake when they removed it?
Mm-hmm.
How'd they remove it?
They just cut it out of me.
Yeah, they it seemed the razors that you just go zzz, whatever those are called.
Yeah.
That's what I use anyway.
This is razors, yeah.
This is a razor.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're called.
This is.
Yeah.
I haven't actually shaved my face in a really long time.
Yeah, you're getting the beard. You're growing the beard out. I shave a lot because I feel like I just look weird when I try to grow one out. I try to, and it just looks
when strange. I shave, I look really young, and I'm I don't want to look 16 today. So I just kind of leave it. Well, you don't look too young.
Just because I'm so tall and big and strong, you just assume I'm older. Is that kind of how it goes? Or?
It might be just the fact that you're the big nose or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember where I was going with that. What was I saying before I just talked about shaving? Oh yeah, the mole thing. It seemed like they just used the zzz as a razor.
Yeah.
And just went zzz, and then it just came off. And then they're like, all right, we're all done.
For me, it was not like that because it was deep in there. So they had to
Well, that was pretty deep because there's a hole now.
But mine was a flat one.
Oh, it was.
And those go deeper into your skin. I'm pretty sure. So they had to dig in there. It was big and left a pretty big scar on me. It really hurted me actually.
It hurted?
Yeah, it really did. But yeah, moles are cool though.
Hurted is not a word, right? Hurted?
Yeah, it did hurted.
Okay,
sometimes I talk.
It is not a word. We clarified that it is now not a word.
I know it's not a word, but if I want to say it, I'm gonna say it.
Have you stopped saying the word brung yet?
No, and I never fucking will stop saying the word brung because sometimes you have to use that word.
No, you don't.
I don't care if it's not a word. All words are bullshit anyways.
Name a scenario where you need to use the word brung.
I brung it over here.
Oh. When have you ever said the word brought?
Yeah, I tried, but it doesn't. I don't really vibe with it. I brought it over here. I brought it over here.
That's not how.
I brought it over here.
I brought it
just sounds
over here.
Because then I'm just gonna go. Because then because sometimes okay, I think so fast that when the words come out, they just sound so like rushed. I just talk so fast, and then I end up stuttering, and I look like a fucking idiot. So if I want to say brung,
But you are.
Debatable, but when I want to say a word, I'm gonna say what I want to say because guess what? What the fuck are you gonna do about it, dude?
Well, I'm just gonna correct you every time you say it
true.
wrong.
Do I not say bra? Okay, I always go. Okay, yeah, bra. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
After I say it.
Yeah, I know.
And I let a lot of them slide too because I'm sick of just talking about it.
Yeah. You have corrected me on it a lot, and it's not even like a bunch of different words. It's always that word.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there was another thing that I used to correct you on. It might have been like lyrics. I'm a big stickler.
Yeah, you're a big lyrics guy. You always turn it down and be like, "What did you say?"
No, I do not.
You used to though. You used to do that. But I picked it up from you and I started doing that too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny when you really know a song and you turn it down and you're like you hear him going like,
or they'll be confident in saying the wrong words.
Oh, that's the worst.
What
if you're confident in saying the wrong words.
Yeah. Because that's what they think
the
the words are.
This is what I do when someone is confidently singing the wrong words, like they're a boss, I literally turn it all the way down, turn off the radio, literally take the keys out of the ignition, park the car first.
Obviously.
Park the car.
Put it in park.
Step
2.
If the windows are rolled down, roll them up. Take the keys out of the ignition.
Depends on the weather.
Get out of the car. And then go to the passenger side.
Mm-hmm.
I open that door
for them,
and then I get in their face like this. What did you say? How does it go?
Well, and I was just singing the words.
Then I say, if you're gonna sing it right.
Uh-huh.
And then I look it up and I show them.
Why would you need to look it up? Why would you need to look it up?
Well, for proof.
Oh.
And then so I say,
I don't.
Now, if you want to continue singing that song in my car, before I even get back in the car, do you want to practice a few times, or are you just gonna shut the fuck up? So
right.
You can just
this is your
be on a merry way.
Right. This is your one opportunity to mess. You get one chance. After this, you get one mess up, one more chance. If you mess up again, you're walking.
You're walking. You're simply walking.
Or I'm putting my headphones in it because I don't want to hear you. That's because a couple of our friends do this. Ethan does that. Zach does that. Zach's gotten better though too. Hopefully Zach's listening to this.
There's no way Zach is listening to this.
He's busy. He's busy being famous.
He's busy being famous without us. It's not like really a big deal, and
he's out now.
For some longtime viewers, the history with that. Zach actually did start a podcast with us called Three-Headed Monster, right? But
it was this setup, except just Zach in the middle.
Zach was in the middle. All right, and should we tell him the backstory about it? Should we tell him why? So basically, what happened was we did two episodes with Zach.
Yeah.
Three-Headed Monster. It was good. We kind of carried. Obviously, Zach kind of just went along because Zach is famous.
He is now. He wasn't at the time, he was in over his head for what he was saying. To us.
So this is before he was famous. And we did 2 episodes, and we were like casually talking about like, what if this like actually blew up? Like, we're obviously like almost as a joke. We're like, well, obviously, yeah, we're gonna like share split the money 3 ways if it ever did. And Zach's like, no, we're not. And we were like,
what?
Excuse me? Because that didn't sound like a joke.
Well, we posted it on his channel YouTube channel because he had the most subscribers out of us 3. Obviously, I don't even think you had a channel at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we posted it on his channel, and then he said that, and we're like, what? And he's like, well, why would we? Or he's like, why? If it's on my channel, why would I? Why would I share the money?
Take all, not even like give us a little bit, but he was literally gonna take all of the money for the podcast.
And they did pretty good too.
They did pretty good.
Better.
We had to cut a head off.
Better than his gaming videos that he was posting at the time.
Yeah, better than gaming videos that he would just like steal from other people and put on his channel. Like those ones, remember those? The GTA, like money glitches or whatever?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't...
Sorry, Zach.
We're not talking shit.
I do love you. We are talking.
But we are talking a little bit of shit. But, that's because, we love you. And also, nobody's really watching this right now. So, we just might as well get it out of the way now. And then, when we get famous and big, and people start, rewatching the episodes, obviously, it's what's going to happen.
Hopefully your ultra famous by now and buy me a car, like you just said that you were gonna.
He said that he was gonna buy you a car?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dick. Fuck you then. I guess homeroom didn't mean shit to you. Me and Zach used to watch video. We used to watch a movie every day in homeroom because like we go into homeroom and most kids like go in there and like start doing homework or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, like
most normal scholars
would
like
go in there.
try hard kids.
Yeah, to do homework, but we literally go in there every day, and it was a different movie every day. It was the best. It was great. Those were fun times.
I had Miss Pronti for homeroom.
Oh. Yeah, you guys had the coolest class in homeroom.
I know, we had a lot of me, Parker, Dylan, and Trinary would just sit back watching funny like videos in the back, and Parker would laugh way too loud.
Parker's laugh is
Miss
so
Pronti would
contagious.
just yell every single day.
I think Parker has
boys in the back. I need you to keep it down.
But like for what though?
I know.
You know, like
a girl in my homeroom, she was trying to take a test or something like that. Went up to Miss Pronti, complained. And then we got kicked out and
kicked out of homeroom.
Yeah, and
I have a fucking story, dude.
I think Trinary, I don't remember if it was Trinary or Dylan, said, "Why can't she go out in the hall?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're saying this to Miss Pronti?"
Oh.
So then, in retrospect, we probably should have just gone.
Didn't they used to call her Miss Cunty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually liked her though.
No, yeah, I liked her. A lot of people didn't like her.
Yeah, I liked her though. She was a good teacher.
I never took Spanish.
Dude, oh my god.
No habla español.
Want to hear about a crazy time I got kicked out of art class? Oh my god. So
in high school?
It was in middle school.
Oh.
With Miss Mascotti.
I didn't have
She was
her,
new that year.
She's crazy.
Yeah, it was
sorry.
So the kids so okay,
if you're
so
for some reason watching this, I'm sorry.
So for how it went in middle school is if you didn't take choir or band, you had to take art and technology or tech with like Miss
keyboarding or whatever.
Yeah.
Tuseth.
Yeah, Miss Tuseth. So it was just basically like my only friend in there was Trinity. And it was like my first year at Stewartville, and like we were on demon mode as soon as we got into art class. Like, cause like Miss Mascotti, she was such a nice lady, but she was too nice. So like.
Oh yeah, would she like kind of treat you like kindergartners?
Yeah, she would treat us like kindergartners, but like we could get away with doing so much like shit. Like in the class, like we would literally super like loud, and she knew it was us because there was nobody else. Like it was like me, Trinity, Luke Rowley, maybe like 6 other people.
Yeah,
and like they were all like kind of like weird and quiet, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it was basically just me and Trinity. Okay, it's probably like a class. Like the total number of people in the class is probably like 14.
Mm-hmm.
So like
13 other people.
Yeah.
You and Trinity. Maybe 10.
You look at them and you're like, that's 13 people.
Yeah.
But literally, so we would literally do this in the middle of class. Like, yeah, that feels good, Trinity. Oh my god.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, we would. I swear to God. We would literally do that.
Why?
Because, like, okay, so like, it started off like little, like, you know? And she wouldn't even like say anything.
I hate that you're telling this story right now, but continue.
It would just like slowly escalate. And we like, eventually it just became to be loud, obnoxious.
Like moaning.
Like moaning. Because like, that's what middle schoolers do. So like, but we would do stuff like that, and like we would like get in like fake fights, like just to like make like to stress her. We tormented that teacher, but we would get in fake fights with like me. This was actually more in Miss Tuseth's class. We did the same stuff in like both classes.
Yeah,
but like
tormenting every teacher.
Yeah, and like they thought that like we like had real issues, but like we would like literally like every time we left those classes, we would walk out laughing our asses off because it was so funny. But like we literally one day we got into a class, and Miss Mascotti was like, I like got into a fight with her one day though because she like eventually she like got sick of our shit for good reason, and like I remember like yelling because like she yelled at me, but like we had stopped like doing that stuff because like one day she like yelled at us and we're like, oh okay, well I should stop doing that. It's kind of immature anyways. But then like after like all that was done, she would like be like extra mean to us, like as if we were like still like misbehaving.
Yeah.
And she would like yell at us for the dumbest shit. And like one day I was like literally not doing anything and I got yelled at. I was like, what did I do? What did I do? I'm literally sitting here like doing
you
like
said
my
that?
Yes, we literally got into an argument, and I got sent to the principal's office. Had to stay like after school and talk to her, and then like Miss Moscati like came in like crying, and I felt really bad actually. But
She was crying?
yes, she was crying, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I guess, but it was bad, but it was fun. It was fun for a while.
For a while.
Yeah, we rode that wave.
You should have gone and should have did choir.
Yeah, I should have done choir. That was probably would have been a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because it was so boring that we had to like make it entertaining, you know,
Yeah.
by doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's middle school for you. That was back when me and Trinity were both fat. We're the fat buddies.
Trinity, I sent him our first one. I hope he listened to a little bit of it, so I hope he listens to this.
He could tell the story better than me because there's a lot more stuff that we did, but I can't. Like, the moaning thing wasn't the only thing that was like just one of the things that we did.
Yeah.
We did like some really funny shit. We should have Trinity as a guest on this podcast.
He's a funny storyteller.
Yeah, he probably remembers more of it than I do because we did some pretty funny stuff in that class. Like one day we acted like we were a couple. We got into, like we acted like we were a couple, like a gay couple, and like we got into like a fight like a married couple would.
That's what. Yeah.
And this two-set actually thought that like we were like not,
together.
Like she was like, "What's going on with you guys? Like you guys just seem like not yourselves today. Is something happening between you two?" And like I kept playing the character, and I was just like, yeah, it's just been really hard with us lately. Like I'm trying to put myself out there and like tell him that I care about him, but he's just shutting me out. And we'd do stuff like that. And like she didn't know that like we were joking.
Yeah.
So like we just kept going with it. It was so funny. Oh, I love Ms. Tuseth. Miss Moscati though, she can eat a dick. She was she was not. Wow. She's not cool.
Back on your when you said that you and Trinity were both fat, Trinity and I used to trick shot on Black Ops 2 a lot.
Yeah, he's goated.
We would play like every day, like a lot. And this is before we had our licenses, so we would bike everywhere, remember? Mm-hmm. And I liked biking. Like I would just go on bike rides. If like I wasn't biking to a place, I would just bike. Like Ethan and I would go on bike rides and stuff. And I would consistently ask Trinity if he would want to go on a bike ride. And one time he like blew up on me. He's like, "Is it because I'm fat?" And he like got so mad. He's like, "You're asking me to go on a bike ride because I'm fat?" or something like that to lose weight. I was like, "No, I actually just want to go on a bike ride with you." So then like for like the last like 7 years or whatever, it's just been like a want to go on a bike ride or whatever. Because he's not fat.
Yeah, he's pretty fit now.
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty skinny now.
Yeah. But yeah,
pretty sexy too. If you're watching this already, seriously.
You could shave. Have you seen him? Have you seen him lately?
Yeah, he's growing up.
He got a big beard.
He's got a big old beard.
This is unfortunate for people because they don't know who any of these people are. But I'm sure Trinity would probably.
Once we get him in this seat right here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna sit up here, obviously. But.
Also, don't do that because that messes up with that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We
should have Trent on here though as well.
Yeah, Trent. I know you're listening, Trent.
Talk some business with him.
Yeah, we gotta talk some serious business with Trent. I got some serious things we need to talk about.
Trent and I at work, we work together. Me and one of our friends, we pretty much just we talk. We relive our high school days.
Yeah, it's
we
like
just talk about
it's like
football.
You're
and
back
stuff
like you're back in high school.
Yeah.
There's like some friends that like whenever you hang out with them, you like go back to the time like when you were like friends like that. You know, you can always go back. But like talking about bike rides, dude. When I was fat. I remember I actually like lost a lot of weight because I lived like across town from the school, and during the summer we'd have to like go to the school and lift every day for football.
Oh yeah,
for Iron Tiger or whatever.
Oh, I remember when.
And I would literally have to bike across town every day.
Yeah, it actually is a far bike. I would not.
It's like it was like a mile and a half to and from, and like I lived like on a big hill, so I had to like on the way to practice. I was like
it's fine.
Like.
Wait, you would ride your bike to OTAs and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, I remember you and Ethan.
I had to put my shoulder packs in that bag on my back.
I know.
And bike with that.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, but that's
really hot too.
It was always hot.
July, August.
Oh my god, it was bad. But
we live in Minnesota, so I mean it's
so like
you winters. Don't think it's too hot, but it gets hot.
No, like the
humid.
winters are like cold and the summers are hot.
Yeah, like war. And I remember you and Ethan one time. Ethan stayed over at your old house where what you're talking about, and you guys skipped because you were super tired.
Dude, it was actually no. This was.
I called you that morning, and I called you or Ethan. I think I might have called Ethan, and he's like, "Yeah, we're coming," because you were gonna.
Do you want to hear the story why we were late?
Yeah, and then you guys didn't. But yeah.
So he was coming to pick me up, and like how like I'm super anxious about being late to things. Like, Like I literally like when I go to work, like I have to be there at least 10 minutes earlier, or else I just like get like anxious. Like I can't like be late to anything. And so it was like, what time did we have practice? Like.
Well, no, you guys were late. You guys didn't go to Iron Tiger, not practice. I swear, because it was in the morning.
No, it was like early August. Like it was actual football practice.
No, it wasn't.
Well, then we might be talking. We might not be talking about the same thing.
I
stutter. I get it. I stutter. But we might not be talking about the same thing.
I feel like I'm talking about because Ethan didn't have his license when what I'm talking about. You guys didn't come to Iron Tiger one time.
Well, okay, yeah, but
and you guys, because I remember you guys were gonna have to bike, and you guys didn't come because.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's this one time for football practice, he was driving to come pick me up for practice, like early. It was like August, and
it probably would be at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Those practices.
What was that?
Was that the train?
No, there's no train. Dude, low key, I'm saving this for later. I had to finish my story first, but I have been in this house and
haunted?
This house is haunted. I swear to God. Yesterday was like, it sounded like someone was like running laps upstairs in my house. Like literally like someone was like running in my house. I was like, who the fuck?
You're like, hello?
I literally almost did go hello. I was like, just leave it.
Today.
Leave it. It's good. You see the cloud? Leave it for tomorrow. You see how the clouds go like that? Leave it for tomorrow.
Today, I'll let you finish, but...
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll finish it.
Hold on.
Okay. Go.
This is, because this happened today. My mom's van was home, so I thought she was home, and I heard noises downstairs. I thought she was, like, doing the laundry or something like that. I'm like, Mom! Nothing. And I literally heard, like, someone talking, and I went downstairs. Yeah. And I went downstairs.
Were they like,
yes?
No, it was like you could just hear like, you know how you can tell someone's like vibrations of a voice from like from downstairs,
like you hear
or like from a ways away, kind of, yeah. And that's what I heard, and I went downstairs, and I was like, hello, and then I checked outside to see like if she went outside, and I called her, and I was like, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm with Aunt Karen in Lake City. I'm like, what?
What? Well, excuse.
And I was freaked out. Also, keep holding on.
I'm holding it. This
is another, because we're talking about ghosts and stuff like that. When I was young, I was probably like 8 or something like that. I was in my room, and I heard my mom's voice say, like in like a high, like, Hunter, come here. Not even capping. I'm not capping right now. So I got out of my room, went out to the couch where she was sleeping, dead asleep, and I cried. I went back to my room and I cried because I was so scared.
Well, yeah, you can tell me ghost stories and I'll believe them because I have a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of ghost stories.
And I just sat down and I cried.
Ghost
anyway, that's all I got for now. You can continue with this.
So Ethan was coming to pick me up for football practice, and like, Mueller was the coach, I'm pretty sure. And like
Meyer.
No, it was Meyer. But like still, you could not be late to football practice. No. Like if you were gonna be late, it's like, dude, don't even fucking come.
Right.
Because you're gonna.
True. You might as well have a better excuse to not come than be late.
Yeah, you can just be like, oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you I have a doctor's appointment, instead of just being late. Because if you're late, they're gonna make you run. So it was so he was at that light, like it was by my house, like when you go up the hill by Fairway, those like main lights up there.
Yeah, like on the road that continues and can turn out to PCI.
Yeah, on that road. So he was like at those lights, and I was calling him. We had to be there. Like we had 10 minutes to be there in the fucking like the pack. Like it was 10 minutes before it started. Uh-huh. And I was like freaking out. Like, Ethan, like, hello, are you coming? Like I called him and he's like, dude, look at this. I've been at this light for literally 15 minutes. I've been sitting here for 15 minutes. I was like, what the heck? And the light was like literally red. But like it wasn't letting him turn.
You just kept skipping through him?
Yeah, I just kept skipping him. And, like, he literally sat there for another 8 minutes. He got to my house, and we had
Just turn, like...
But, like, he couldn't. There was, like, actually, like, a lot of traffic, because it was, like, in the morning, so, like,
true.
there was, like, a lot of people going. So, like, that's probably why I skipped him, because it was, like, they were priority, almost.
Yeah.
But, like, also, the light was, like, we found out, like, a week later, not, like, the whole, like, rest of the week, like, I just, like, didn't even go to that stoplight, because it actually was broken. Like, that whole week, it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't turn left on that. So, he got to my house with 2 minutes left, and we were, like, he got to my house, he's like, dude, we are not going to make it.
Yeah.
We are not going to make it. And I was like... Dude, I'm tired. Like, should we just, like, not go?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it. Let's just not go. And then, we just slept in my twin bed and we cuddled and went to sleep. Actually, no. He slept in my closet full of blankets. He literally, it had a super small room. But, like, right when you walk in, there's, like, a door, you know, that door right there with all the blankets.
The one that we trapped you in?
The one that you suffocated me to death in, almost. Yeah, that one. He literally just fell asleep in there. And I remember waking up like 2 hours later, and he like gets out. He like gets out of like the room full of blankets, like little closet full of blankets. He's like, dude, that actually feels so good. I was like, dude, I'm glad we skipped it too. And we just like spent the whole day just like fucking around. Like it was a summer, you know, so you're just like playing video games or whatever. It was actually my favorite day of football practice.
Yeah, that was the best football practice you ever had.
Yeah.
Easiest one, too.
I think the next day we just went, we're like, oh, yeah, I had a doctor's appointment, I forgot to tell you, or something like that. And they were, like, fine with it. Like, oh, okay, well, next time
it was probably because we were, like, freshmen.
Yeah, they didn't care if we were there. We were freshmen.
Wasn't that big of a deal to them.
Yeah, they're like, okay. Like,
yeah,
I don't really care.
Yeah, I was late to a film session our senior year, and do you remember that? You called me like in the morning. You're like, are you coming? And I was like, oh shoot! I
remember that. Yeah.
And
I was worried for you. I was like, dude, if you better come, because if you don't show up to this, Muller's gonna like fucking be mad.
And I was like, and I got there a half hour late, and it goes on for like an hour and a half, and all I missed was stretching, and then you guys went in to Myers' classroom and started game planning, and I walked in during game plan. I was not very late.
But Muller was the head coach at that time.
Muller was game planning, not Myers, sorry. But we would still go in Myers' classroom.
Yeah.
And so I didn't miss a lot, because we would, after a game on Friday, we would go Saturday morning back to our school way too early too. Like, give us some time to sleep. It was so
early, dude.
It was at like 8.
It was at 8. And, like, it's like we just had, like, a football game the previous night. Like, dude, our bodies are, like, literally tired to shit. Like, you need to sleep. Like, and it's a Saturday. Like,
I know.
We are not doing anything on Saturdays. You know what I mean?
So
you have to wake up at 8, at fucking 7:30 a.m. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah. So I slept in and didn't miss anything productive. We would go in and stretch, and then we would game plan.
For what?
And then we did a walkthrough.
Why did we stretch?
Because you're supposed to stretch after like you'd like do like vigorous activity and stuff. That's like a cool down, even though it's the next day, just to make sure your muscles don't cramp and tighten. Anyway, I had to sit. Like, my punishment was I had to sit the first quarter of my very last game ever.
It was
the playoff game.
I remember that. Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Who do we play?
Pine Island.
Oh yeah, we did lose that one, didn't we?
That was the stupidest thing ever. Never forgive him.
Yeah, the old glory days, high school days. They weren't very glorious for me, though.
I know, I wasn't a big... Are you talking about high school in general or football?
Football. I mean, I broke my back my junior year, so I couldn't even play that year.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was just going to quit my senior year, but then everyone got hurt, so I was like, if I'm going to be able to start.
I remember you were going to quit, yeah.
Because I literally went to OTAs in my back. I literally, without pads on, we were just doing like normal stuff.
Blocking dummies and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, even my back hurts even now. Imagine putting on pads, then actually like going hard in practice. I'm actually gonna break my back again. And I decided to quit, but then I came back. I toughed through it, and I got a back brace, and that was fine.
Want to see my boobs?
Yeah, I want to see. Oh my god, it was so like stupid looking though. I hated it.
Owen was a right guard.
Yeah, I was right guard.
And I was a receiver.
Yeah, and I was right guard and DN, even though I didn't get to play DN at all my senior year. But yeah. What else? What else is new? Anyways,
I've been listening to the Bo Burnham album like it's the only thing on Spotify.
really?
Yeah, and that's what I suggested or whatever last time. Remember at the end?
Oh
when
yeah.
we said
What did I suggest? I suggested
watching a movie. It was a movie.
Oh, it was like Invincible and The Boys.
Oh yeah, show. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, have you seen the new show on Netflix called Manifest?
Nope.
Oh my god, dude, it's actually so good. You actually would like it. It's #1 trending on Netflix right now.
I'll think about it.
It's about so like these people go on a plane in 2013. They go on a trip and like they experience a little bit of turbulence, and then
Sounds like Lost.
yeah, but then they land like safely, and then but when they land they had to do like an emergency landing because like it was like there's like a storm we gotta take a detour, we gotta go land here. Blah blah blah. They land. Then it's like weird because they're like, sorry folks, but they're making us land like they made them like do an emergency landing and like come out on the airstrip. Like everyone had to get out on the airstrip. They're like, I guess we have to get out on the airstrip, and everyone like was like out there. The FBI was out there when they got out. Everyone's like, what is going on? And they're like, you guys departed in 2013. It's 2018. Yeah. And they're
I was reading a text. Did they like go into like the Bermuda Triangle or something like that? Or
no,
they just got lost in time.
Not that I could see. But not that I saw. But
your computer's got low battery.
Yeah, no, that was distracting me. Do you think that's gonna be an issue?
No, we only got 12 minutes. We're fine.
Yeah, we can make it. We can make it 12 minutes. Wait, let me see what it's at here. 6%. Okay. Yeah. Well, we might have to have an abrupt ending. If it gets to 2, we'll just cut them. We'll just cut these guys off.
Yeah.
But you know they landed and it's super like interesting because like then like some paranormal shit starts to happen or like the people who like were in that plane starts to like things happen to them that like get them connected like together and like they start hearing like voices in their head like telling them to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's really like weird, but it's like pretty good so far.
Yeah, I might actually watch that.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Did you watch Chris Leah's new podcast? Jesus.
Yeah.
That part's so funny,
dude. He's
dude.
talking about
Jesus.
The guy, like the Christian,
yeah,
like, the leader guy,
the pastor, and he's like,
he's
you
got like people
spin
like,
my
yeah,
head.
you spin me right
round,
Jesus, right round.
Dude, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, okay, so it's this video of a guy. Like
also, we're big Chris Leah fans, and we might accidentally like do Chris Leah things. So if you watch our podcast, I would recommend watching Chris Leah's podcast.
That'll be today's recommendation
because it is very similar.
It's not a recommendation. It's an assignment.
Right. Yeah.
So this is an assignment. If you watch this podcast, you have to go watch at least an episode of Chris D'Elia's podcast because
any of them, they're all good.
He's a funny guy. That's gonna be so hard to like sit there by yourself and just be funny and just talk.
He's really funny too.
Yeah, he's really funny.
He's really funny.
He's really funny too.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm done being mean. Are you gonna be all right?
Shut up, dude. Just stop touching me.
Oh shit.
Are you talking? Or are you not talking?
I forgot.
You were saying
something. I was
something.
gonna talk about. Honestly, I forgot. Just go. This podcast is just like slowly just like winding out of control at the end.
The last podcast that he did, where he was talking about Calvin, his son, where he's like poo.
Oh yeah.
I showed Gloria, who is my girlfriend, who is a swim instructor, and she was like, and he's like, you shouldn't go in the pool more than 3 times a day unless you're a swim instructor. And then he's like, I don't think anyone wants to be a swim instructor. It's so funny.
No, it was funny because he has this kid who like every time he like sees a pool, he's like he wants to go in the pool and he goes pool, and then he blew his mind because they went to the beach and like he's a little kid.
That part's so funny.
And he's a little kid and he's like stares at the ocean like
dumbfounded.
Pool? He goes, yeah. That's a pool.
That's a big pool.
That's the big pool.
Yeah, which is kind of cute.
Dude, when I used to like be a kid and like I would be at like we used to go on like a lot of vacations, so like I was like by the ocean every year we'd go on vacation like somewhere at the beach, and like we go to the beach, and I remember me and Noah, my brother Noah, we play in the ocean, and I used to love it. Like I used to love like the waves and like this is so fun, but like you get salt water in your mouth, like it's fine. But now I go to the ocean, like I went to Miami this year, and I go there, I'm like, what's the point? The water's gross. There's seaweed in it. There's like
bunch of wildlife.
There's like a bunch of weird people like in the ocean. Like, and then what's the point? What's the point? What is it?
You might be triggering a lot of people right now.
But no, you go in the ocean. You're like, oh, waves. Okay, I'm gonna try to swim now, even though the fucking waves are way too big and the salt and the water is so fucking gross and it gets in your mouth every single time.
And it's always freezing.
It's always freezing. Even if it's like the middle of the summer.
It's just because it's such a big body of water. But
it's just cold.
It's so cold.
Like, what's fun about that? But like as a kid, it's fun though because it's
I've only been to like the ocean one time. It was the Atlantic Ocean, and it was so cold I didn't really like it.
Like at a beach or like was it like
it was
in the middle?
It was a beach.
Of the Atlantic Ocean.
The middle.
It was in the middle.
It was in the middle.
I was gonna say you took like a boat out there and you just jumped in.
Plane, jumped out of the plane.
Oh, like Warzone style, kinda.
No, there's no oceans in Warzone.
I know, but like you know, like when they're in a plane, you know, and they like open the hatch and then like you dap them up though, and like you jump out.
Well, there's other people who jump out of planes besides just in Warzone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I guess. Okay. You know what? Maybe this wasn't a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna put my feet up because I fucking can. Because what are you gonna do? We're at 3%, by the way.
Okay.
At 2%. Wait. It's at 2%.
No, it's at 3%.
Oh, okay.
We can wrap it up here though. We got 53 minutes in.
Yeah. So kind of went off the rails that entire podcast, but
we didn't have. In the first podcast, we had like stuff written down of what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and then like I listened to it back, and I was like, it sounded so like choppy and like planned.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but like you know, I critique myself a lot, and I was like when I hear a voice recording of myself, this is how I sound to myself.
What we are talking about? The NBA.
You're gonna love hearing that.
Yeah.
Back right there, that part.
It's just gonna be like it's gonna sound even worse. It's gonna sound even like more amplified because like. You and me kind of had this joke like in high school a lot where like every time I tell a story about somebody I always like exaggerate so bad. Much. It makes the story better though if you like you know make it more comical.
It's so annoying when it's about like me.
Yeah.
Like if it's an embarrassing story about me and Owen's telling it to someone else, he'll make it sound way worse than it is.
Because it's funnier.
It's not funny.
To me it is.
No, to me it is.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. Like if I'm like talking about you in a story,
and you'll like say I got way more mad than I actually did or something,
and then he got super mad.
Yeah, stupid.
Well, it's for the it's just for the story, you know. Like, you know, you can't get too upset about it because at the end of the day, did I tell a good story? Yes. Was it 100% accurate? That's not as important, and I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just say that's just the story, and that's just how it is. That's just how I told it, and you're just going to have to fucking deal with it.
We're both, for the people who's watching, hopefully this video thing is working, because we're trying to put this on YouTube. We have both been looking at this, like, the whole time, and it's probably looking weird. Like,
I was thinking that too, but, like, wouldn't it look weird if I was looking at the camera the entire time, though?
Yeah, probably.
Cause like I've been trying to look around, you know, or like I'm looking at you a lot, but I don't like my side profile, so I don't want to really look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We are at 2%.
Should I just like?
No, we can. Well,
I don't think any of this is gonna be in it.
Why?
Because I have to like get up and like fucking do the thing where I do that. I probably should do that right now, shouldn't I?
We're just gonna end it off, like right off the bat.
Okay, no, this will be in it. This will.
Okay.
This has been Two-Headed Monster.
We're gonna try to get this thing out weekly. So
weekly-ish.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Don't fall off the ship that hasn't very much set sailed yet.
If we are still doing this, you better still be watching it because you know, like, oh fuck, we're at 1%.
See ya.
Yeah. See ya. Oh. Oh wait, I'm looking now. Wrong thing.